Greetings and welcome back to Wolf Uncaged. This is the final part 4 of our series from Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality, the beginning of chapter 4, and of course this is the final part to our part 18 chit-chat. Let's begin. Imagine for a moment a bird in a cage. The bird believes the bars are solid. It has lived within them since birth. It does not try to escape, not because the cage is locked, no, but because it has never questioned the bars. Now consider yourself. You too live within cages, but cages of belief. Not cages of steel, but cages made of thought. They were handed to you by parents, by culture, by history itself. And because you never question them, you mistake them for reality. Now, as Seth tells us, the conscious mind in this physical world is tethered, of course, to the brain. The brain narrows awareness to 3 dimensions, just as bars narrow the bird's world to the space of its cage. Time appears to you as moments, one after another after another. Experience is filtered. Experience is translated into signals that the body can understand. This narrowing, though, is not punishment. It is survival. But like the bars of a cage, it becomes invisible over time. You forget it was ever a limitation. The first bars of your cage are your parents' beliefs. They give them to you for safety. Like, this is dangerous. That's safe. This is how people behave. This is who you are. These teachings are reinforced by words, by gestures, by silent telepathy from the first framework of your reality. And as a child, you accept it fully. How could you not? Your survival depends on their guidance. Their world becomes your world. Their beliefs become your cage. Among all the bars, though, guilt is the strongest. Now, you may no longer believe in doctrines like original sin. You may even laugh at them. But notice, guilt often lingers as residue. It whispers, "You are unworthy. You must atone." Without guilt, you are one wild. And so guilt becomes a prison guard. It convinces you that without its watchful eye, chaos will erupt. Yet, look at the world. Wars, cruelty, corruption, but all justified in the name of punishment and guilt. The world is not wild because guilt is absent, no. The world is wild because guilt rules it. Here lies one of the greatest illusions. The belief that the key to your freedom is somehow buried deep in some unconscious vault. That to free yourself, you must dig endlessly through hidden memories, through forgotten events, through lifetimes past. Well, here Seth reminds us, no, the beliefs are not buried. They are here, in plain sight, in the conscious mind. The cage is visible. The bars are right before your eyes. The only reason you do not step out is that you assume the cage is unchangeable. Ever hear someone say, "That's just the way I am"? Now, notice how imagination follows belief. If belief says, hurt is a disaster, imagination dramatizes every wound into tragedy. If belief says guilt is absolutely necessary, imagination conjures punishments, even in dreams. You see, imagination paints murals on the inside of your cage, convincing you that there is no outside at all. But change the belief, and imagination changes too. Remove the bar, and imagination begins to paint wide horizons. The cage dissolves. The bird spreads its wings. So you might be asking, what is required? Well, not digging, not struggling, not begging for hidden keys. What is simply required is the courage to look at the bars that you already see. Ask yourself, what belief do I carry about myself, about the world, about others that keeps me confined? Which of these beliefs were chosen and which were simply inherited? Do I still believe that I must suffer to deserve joy? Do I still believe that guilt is proof of goodness? Do I still believe hurt is disaster? These are not unconscious chains. They're simply unexamined cages. So, pause with me for a moment. Picture your life as a room. Around you are bars. But they are not made of steel, no. They're simply made up of ideas. Lots of ideas. Look carefully. Which bars are still necessary? Which ones once protected you, but now simply keep you confined? Remember, you are not a prisoner. You are the bird. The door is open. Because guess what? The cage was never locked. And when you see this clearly, when you dare to step beyond inherited belief, imagination soars. No longer painting walls. No, it paints skies. No longer trapped in repetition. No, it creates anew. Freedom then is not won by force. Freedom is won by awareness. By looking at the bars. By looking at the bars and seeing that they were never as solid as they seemed. This is the invitation. This is the invitation to step beyond the unexamined cage and to live as the free being you always were. That completes this 4-part series of Seth Speaks, The Nature of Personal Reality, the beginning of Chapter 4 in our Part 18 Chit Chats. What did you think about this particular passage? Please leave it in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Until the next time, peace. If you found something in this video that sparked a thought, shifted your perspective, or just made you feel more grounded, consider showing some love by buying me a coffee. It helps fuel the channel, keeps the uploads coming, and lets me know that the content matters to you. The link's right below in the description or on my channel banner. No pressure, just appreciation if you're moved to support. And as always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you. Peace.